Hey sellouts, today we're looking at the ZEN15, aka the power switch. It is an 800 LR version, although the older 700 will work great. And what we're going to do today, obviously take it out of the box, and then we are going to hook it up to Home Assistant. So reason being, I have a dehumidifier that needs the water dumped every once in a while, and this will tell me whenever it stops using electricity or using a certain amount of amperage or wattage, and then we'll be able to set up a neat little automation to tell us whenever it's time to change the water. Alright, so we're in Home Assistant, we're going to Settings, we see Z-Wave here, we're going to click Add Device, we're going to then scan the QR code here, oops, here we go, scanned, we're going to give it a name, I'm calling mine Dehumidifier, there we go, mine is going to live in the cat room, give it an area, and we are choosing long range, make sure to select this, Add Device, and now it's ready for us to plug in. Time to plug it in. 1 and 2. So it starts looking for a mesh to join immediately. Might take just a few seconds here. And we don't have to stay on the screen, but I'm going to stay on the screen just to let you see what it does. Here we go. All right, so it's not joining the mesh. It says it's being interviewed. So let's just wait for that little warning at the top to disappear here. Should see it gone very shortly. And this might take a little bit longer depending on if you chose long range and how far away your device is from the controller. It should be a pretty quick process here, normally 20-30 seconds. Could be a minute or two depending on your mesh. All right, done. And now as we can see, we have our device added. You can go into configure and change some parameters, but we will do that in another section. We have our device already inside of Home Assistant. We're going to go to Z-Wave. I'm going to go to our devices. We called ours the dehumidifier. And as we can see, you have our device on our, it's called the device page. We're going to click configure. And what I'm going to do, state after power failure, always on, because this is a dehumidifier, so I want this to always have power. You can change different settings in here. That's the only one that we have to change for our use case. Okay, so then inside of here we're going to go back to our dehumidifier, and we can do this a few different ways. I'm going to go on wattage here. You could also go on amperage. So and we also have an update available, so I'm going to go ahead and start this update, and we're on 2.10 and there's 2.30 now. I'm going to go ahead and click start on that update. This should only take a few minutes, and it's fine to go ahead and do what we're doing while that update goes on. If we click here, it'll in a second, it'll start actually showing us a percentage of how far done it is. There it is. All right, so as you can see, it's going pretty quick, up to 5%. So let's do our automation while it's doing this. So we're going to click electric consumption, click our little settings, click 3 dots, and click add to, and we're going to create a new automation using this as a trigger. We are going to choose this numeric state here, and we are going to go below 20 watts for 5 minutes. And what this 5 minutes is going to do is give us a 5-minute like a guard, so that if it goes below 20 watts for just a second, it won't do anything, but if it goes for 5 minutes, then we'll get our notification. So now that we have that part, we actually want to do a notification. So what I do is just type notify, and I don't want the iOS group. I'm just going to do Brandon phone here, but you can choose whatever you want if you have groups or something. The message, it is time to dump the dehumidifier. Right, give it a title, dehumidifier. And that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna save it, and then the automation itself needs a title. So dehumidifier tank empty notification. And then we can also give it a description or add a label. So as far as labels, I have quite a few of them here. Let's see, we would do it under monitoring, and you could add a description as well, and if you wanted to give another description. Otherwise, let's just go ahead and click save. Now we'll go back. Our device is unavailable because it just finished its firmware update, and now it's restarting. Once it restarts, it's back, and as you can tell, we now see up to date. All right, perfect. So now we have changed our parameter to make sure it's always on. We have updated it, and we have added a automation here so that it automatically lets us know after it is not using power for 5 minutes. All right, I just simulated this turning off, and I just got me a little notification here. Let me see if you can see it. That the dehumidifier is time to empty.